Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live with another video. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. If this is your first time ever being at the YouTube page, we would suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell button and get the latest news and all Raiders news. But we're back here with another Raiders video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Raiders defense. Now, we all know that the Raiders end up getting Gus Bradley as the new defensive coordinator. Now, I know I was not a big fan of Gus Bradley, but a lot of people made me understand why they actually went and got him because of the Legion of Boom and everything that has been going on with the Raider Nation and with this defense. So, in this particular aspect, speaking of the Legion of Boom, we're going to talk about the four veteran cornerbacks that the Raiders should consider now that we have a defensive coordinator in Gus Bradley. So make sure you sit back, relax, and make sure you have a great time watching this video. So here is the four cornerbacks that the Raiders should consider going into free agency. Now, the first cornerback that's on my list that's actually a veteran, mind you, this is the four veteran cornerbacks, and definitely that's something that we really need. So the first corner that I think we should go after in free agency is Arizona Cardinals cornerback Patrick Peterson. The 30-year-old Patrick Peterson has done it all. A 3-time All-Pro and 8-time Pro Bowler. For the better part of the decade, Peterson has been one of the top corners. The Raiders wouldn't be getting the 2015 version, but arguably his best season because, let's face it, time does catch up with everyone. Nevertheless, in 2020, Peterson recorded 8 passes defended in 16 regular season games, along with 3 interceptions. Statistically speaking, if you want to talk about it, Peterson performed better than most of the Raiders' cornerback. In that 16-game stretch, Peterson was targeted 79 times and gave up 67.1 completion percentage, and still solid considering his age and loss of step. According to Pro Football Focus, did point out that Peterson coverage grade has gone down in 2020 and it was a 53. However, his recognition and instincts has never been better, and he's still effective in stopping the run. Perhaps the Raiders could invest and see if Peterson can make a transition to safety with a 66.4 run defense indicates he might be used in that department. Now, I know y'all can be like, oh, he's too old, he's stuff like this, he's stuff like that, but I really do like what we have in Patrick Peterson. This guy can still play the game, and I think he can help these corners. Now, I've always been saying in all my videos that the Raiders do need a veteran corner. So this is one of the corners that they should consider looking at, knowing you don't have to pay much or break the bank for. So I think Patrick Peterson could be a solid corner/safety and can help out Jonathan Abram in coverage, help out Trayvon Miller, help out these other guys that we have on our team. So I think that will be one of the candidates for me to look at to get a veteran corner in this offseason. Now, the second veteran corner that I think we should consider, and the second one is former Los Angeles Charger, now Tennessee Titan, Desmond King. Silver and Black would need to do something about the slot position, as Joyner shouldn't be there and Robertson is not ready judging by 2020. Perhaps signing Desmond King to a 2 or 3 year deal could be nice insurance policy depending on how much the team restructure itself financially. King's 2020 campaign was a solid one by all accounts. Pro Football Focus grade his coverage at a 60.9, run defense at 78.4, and a 70.6 in pass rush department. This year, King was targeted 51 times and gave up 35 receptions to opposing quarterbacks. According to Pro Football Focus, he is one of the best slot defenders, or at least he was during the Los Angeles Chargers tenure. With the Tennessee Titans, they pointed out that his coverage grade did dip to a 50.5 in 9 games. King still have a lot of upside at 26 years old. Also, let's not forget that he was an All-Pro in 2018. For the right price, the Raiders should at least, very least, consider him. I have to agree, and I have to say this. Shout out to justblogbaby.com because these are the people that they pick, and I am agreeing with Just Blog Baby. And I say that even though that it dipped, knowing the fact that he was with the Tennessee Titans, he was an All-Pro in 2018 with that Chargers defense. That Chargers defense came from a former defensive coordinator over there in Gus Bradley. So it should work for Desmond King and Gus Bradley because they both know how to run the cover 3, which Gus Bradley liked to run in the first place. So I do like this pickup, and I think the Raiders should consider a 2 or 3-year deal, but we have to see what's going to go on financially. But I do like this one as well. But shout out to justblogbaby.com for this article. I wouldn't be giving y'all these sources if it wasn't for them, so shout out to them as well. In the third and the fourth cornerbacks, veteran cornerbacks that we should be going after and we should be considering is Pittsburgh Steelers Mike Hilton and Los Angeles Rams Troy Hill. Both Mike Hilton and Troy Hill should be an excellent addition, all things considered. Both are proven commodities when it comes to defending the slot, and more importantly, they could relatively be cheaper according to Pro Football Focus. The 26-year-old Hilton had an impressive 2020 for the Pittsburgh Steelers as he's accumulated 3 interceptions, 7 passes defended, 2 fumble recoveries, and landed 5 quarterback hits, also according to Pro Football Reference. Hilton was used effectively as a blitzer. He was called on 147 blitzes in these past 3 seasons. Showing his effectiveness, Hilton totaled 5.5 sacks along with 17 QB pressures in those blitzes. Depending on who the next defensive coordinator is for the Raiders, which we already know it is Gus Bradley, Hilton will be an excellent addition if the money is right. As for Troy Hill, he had a noteworthy 2020 campaign for the Los Angeles Rams. He generated 3 interceptions, 2 of which he were returned for touchdowns, totaling 119 yards in that process. Always looking to make a play, Hill calls for a forced fumble and recovered 2 for the Rams. And when Hill switched over to the slot position, he truly shined according to Pro Football Focus. There's Troy Hill to put together an impressive coverage grade of a 75.7, and he also saw action in blitzes on totaling 20 plays. Both in Hilton will be a nice addition as long as the Raiders general manager Mike Mayock and company can finesse them to be favorable contracts. Considering how many expensive contracts are still in the books on our roster, the team is in no position to overpay for talent right now. If the Raiders can't spend on a cornerback, then the NFL draft could help. And I have to agree on those two. If we could get them to a nice size contract to a point where we're not breaking the bank, and I know that these are 2 good corners from the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers, I still feel like we could find some way to get at least one of them in here if we don't go again. Get Patrick Peterson, if we don't go get Desmond King, if we don't go get Troy Hill, we might get Mike Hilton. One or the other, at least we get 1 out of the 4. 1 out of the 4, I would definitely take a veteran cornerback just to help these younger guys out. That's just in my opinion. And shout out to Just Blog Baby because I do agree with this article. I agree with everything that you said in this article, and I believe the Raiders should go out and get a veteran corner. And these are the 4 that I think and justblogbaby.com should think as well. But let me know what you think, Raider Nation, about these cornerbacks. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I will see y'all in the next video or in the next live stream. Peace.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.